Welcome to part 2. Before we jump in, take a moment to reflect and remember why you clicked on this video and learn with intention, embracing a growth mindset. I'm grateful to have you here, and the highest in me recognizes the highest in you. In part 1, we went over 7 primary factors to consider before making any investment decision. I break it all down and explain it so you really understand what you should be thinking about while looking at an investment option. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll leave the link in the description box or at the eye on the left corner of the screen. In this video, we will be discussing 6 investment options. This is good for anyone, whether you're an Indian student, anyone in your 20s, or a beginner for investing. But these 6 options, I think, really make the cut if you're looking to invest your money or diversify your options. We will be analyzing these 6 investment options based on the factors that we covered in part 1: risk, return, time, and an added factor that we will be looking at is documents that you require. The first investment option is a fixed deposit or a recurring deposit. This is a very popular investment option in India and easily available. A fixed deposit is nothing but when you have a certain amount of money saved up, say 5,000, that you're ready to invest, you can take this to the bank and deposit with them for a fixed period of time, anywhere between 7 days to 10 years. And based on this time period that you decide, the bank gives you a fixed interest rate. When this time period gets over, the bank returns your investment along with your returns. Recurring deposit is exactly like a fixed deposit, except as the name suggests, it's recurring, so it lets you make consistent deposits with the bank. You can also automate your fixed deposits or your recurring deposits so that you don't have to worry about remembering or forgetting to invest. A small part of your savings every single month automatically gets invested. Now, analyzing using the factors, risk is nil. It's absolutely 0% because the bank guarantees you a return with a fixed interest rate. Which brings us to the return. Because the risk is 0, automatically your returns are low. Anywhere between 5 to 7% is what is offered as an interest rate. Time, the minimum time period is 7 days and it goes up to 10 years. The documents that you will require for this is nothing but a bank account. So it's quite simple and a very easy option if you're just starting out. You can pause the video right here. I will be linking the top 10 fixed deposits for a fixed time period of 3 years with the best interest rates for the year 2020. Bonds are basically loans, and these can be both corporate or government. What happens is when they have a fixed budget and they overspend, they reach out to the public to ask for an extra capital for a fixed period of time and a fixed interest rate at the end of this term. But the sad part about bonds is that it's not a very feasible investment option in India because we don't have a marketplace like the US for bonds. But you can invest in bonds by using debt mutual funds, or you can directly approach your bank for investing in bonds. You can also invest in the National Savings Certificate bond, which is a bond offered by the Indian government. It is completely risk-free for a fixed period of 5 years and is currently offering 7.9% interest rate compounded annually. This bond is primarily for small savings and tax benefits. Analyzing bonds based on the factors, risk is nil. Because risk is nil, returns are extremely low. Time period varies and you can pick one that's suitable to you. The documents that you require for buying a bond are a bank account, address proof, and your demat account number. The third investment option is gold ETF or gold exchange traded funds. These are instruments that are a mix of stock and gold investments. These are easily traded in the National Stock Exchange and bought and sold like any other company's stock. So if you're looking to invest in the gold markets and the stock market, then this is a great in-between option for you. Now let's analyze it in terms of the factors. The risk involved is low to medium. The returns are also low to medium. There is no minimum time period that your money gets locked in for. You are completely in control of when you want to pull the plug. The documents that you will require are a bank account, your demat account. The fourth option is public provident fund. This is a long-term investment option, highly popular. It is backed by the government of India, which means it is extremely safe. offers an attractive interest rate, and it is completely tax exempt. An added benefit to having a PPF account is that after a certain amount of years, you can use the account balance and avail loans. Now, analyzing it based on our factors, risk is nil because it is government backed. The returns are low because again there is no risk at all. The lock-in period or the minimum time period is 15 years, and the documents that you will require to open a public provident fund account will pop up somewhere here. The fifth option is stock. When you buy a stock of the company, you are simply buying a small teeny tiny part of the company and become part owner. Even if it's just 0.0000001%, you still become a part of the owner of the company. I know that most of you are scared of entering the stock market or trading because the risk involved is medium to high. But if you are a student or in your 20s or even 30s, I urge you to learn about how the stock market functions and how you can invest, because if you have time on your side, you can make high returns and use the power of compounding. Analyzing it based on our factors, risk involved is medium to high. It is a volatile market. The returns are also medium to high. There is no minimum time period you can pull in and pull out within a day or invest for a long period of time, which is what I would suggest. Documents that are required are a bank account, a demat account, and a trading account. If you're interested in learning how to invest in the stock market and would like for me to make a video on basics of investing in stock market for students, let me know in the comments down below and I will make one. Now, coming to the sixth option is mutual funds. Now, if you weren't able to decide in which investment option you should choose, or you want to diversify your investments, as the saying goes, don't put all eggs in one basket. You want to kind of put a small amount of money in every investment option that I suggested up till now. That's when mutual funds comes in, because it is an option that lets you invest in multiple different kinds of investments. An asset management company starts mutual funds, different kinds of mutual funds. Basically, how this works is that you as an investor and multiple other investors collectively give your money to an asset management company. The asset management company then hires a professional investor that manages this fund by investing it in different places. When the returns come back, the asset management company probably charges anywhere between 0 to 2% of the returns that are made and then distributes it equally among all the investors. Tata, Reliance, ICICI, HDFC, HSBC. There are so many companies and banks that have come out with their own asset management companies, and these asset management companies have then come out with multiple different kinds of mutual funds. Mutual fund is my personal favorite because it was the first investment option that I chose when I decided I wanted to invest my money, simply because it was easier to understand and grasp, and there was a professional who was making the investment decisions for me, and I didn't have to monitor it daily. Now, analyzing mutual funds based on the factors, risk, you can decide completely in mutual funds whether you want a low risk or a high risk, because you can choose to invest in bonds and debt funds, or in stock market or in gold, and in between companies. So you really get to have control over the risk in mutual funds. The returns directly are in correspondence with the risk that you're taking. They can go from low to super high, and the documents that you require for mutual funds is simply a bank account and a PAN card. If you're interested in investing in mutual funds, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon, because very soon I am coming out releasing a playlist of videos for you to start from the very beginning to your first investment in mutual funds, hand-holding you through the process. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that out. Great, because now you have the factors that you need to consider for investing, and you have the options that you can pick from. Let me know in the comments down below if there are queries that I can answer. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends if you think they will find it helpful or useful, and I will be back with more content.